In this video, I will be talking about several different ways that things that you should do if you have someone who has a disability and autism, and how to help them look at getting a job. I'm Craig Khan. I've got it going on. And this is Team Autismpedia, where we're dedicated to autism, how you can improve the lives of people with autism. If you're interested in this content, please consider subscribing so you can get our latest videos. So I'm looking at showing you a little bit of what I've learned over the years that really works and helps people get jobs, because there's a number of things that people don't really think about that happen when people look at getting trying to help someone with autism get a job that they don't think about. So we're gonna go over some of those things and make it so that we can make it so that when you look at these issues that you'll be able to overcome them. But first, I wanted to see if anyone. Welcome, Meth Productions. Thank you. So, you have an autistic friend in that, yeah, it's not always easy, yeah, because it just isn't the thing that comes naturally. But right now, we're gonna just talk about what things will help someone with autism get a job. Because first of all, to start out, think about this: if someone you look at has not only with autism but anything else, they're having challenges and not doing everything normally, that's going to set them back a few steps in looking at getting a job, because employers are always looking to see why they shouldn't hire someone that, and they're going to look at those things. So it's important to just figure out where you're going. You can't just try to go for everything. So the first thing you really want to look at is you need to look at what is something that this person likes or they're good at. Are they good with their hands? Are they good with data and they are able to put in a lot of work like that for a long period of time? That you should have an idea of a certain type of job that you're going to go for with them, because if you have that focus, then you can build towards that and make it so that it's better. One of the good example of something I've seen recently is someone named Jeremiah Josie. He actually is someone who has autism, and he's known for because he has autism, and he's doing baking, and that he's good at it, and people are taking notice and loving him in that. So if you have something that you know you like, and then you can put effort and get it, which is the second thing, putting in effort to figure out, get better and better, because yes, your disability and things that are off about a person, that can make it so that someone will less likely be hired. But if you can show skills and you can show that someone is able to do a lot more complicated things and just how good that person is, then that really shows how good they are, and that they can and possibly even beat out the competition. If you see this guy, Jeremiah Josie, he's really good at baking and better than the average one. And I'm interested, do you know someone who has a autism or a disability who has something interest or something they're good at? Please put it in the comments. I'd like to hear from you to see what you guys are saying. I myself am actually also doing somewhat of this, besides just looking at using the social media and YouTube and all this to look at helping me look at making educating people about autism. I'm also looking at doing this to help me make a little bit more extra money. I'm actually have helped educate some people on certain things they can do on social media to make money, and I've earned some money on that, and that. So I'm proud of that, and I've learned skills in that, and also just with a lot of different things. You can learn skills that can lead you to money. It may not start are off that you're making money from in the beginning, because you don't start playing doing good and something like you're not going to play in the NBA your first year of playing in basketball. But if you keep working at it and that, you'll get better. Michael Jordan had to play so much basketball, do so much to just to be able to get to where he was. So you have to just keep putting in those efforts in that, and that's the next thing that you have to do if you want to help them get, because if they're competing against everyone else, they're like I said earlier, they're at a disadvantage. But if they're in a different place, or even if they're going at it in a different way, that can definitely give them an advantage. And by knowing where you're going with trying to get them a job, that's going to give you such a good advantage. So the third thing that you really want to do is just want to show them how things are marketable in that. Like showing, again, with this guy, Jeremiah Josie, who does cooking and baking, he shows people his baking and that, and people see and they see, wow, this guy's good. And he's gotten on things like the Steve Harvey show. He's been on Now This and that, on Facebook and that. So people will notice if you're really doing something good and something out of the ordinary. And it may take time, but um, results do not lie. And when people start seeing what you're doing and that is as good as it is, then you'll either get people saying, wow, this is good, or you'll just keep having to work harder so that you can get better at what you're doing. So that's basically what you need to do if you're trying to help someone with autism get a job. You need to have a focus of what they're interested in, what they can do in there, and then you have to build the skills, make it so that because it takes time. A lot of people today look at getting a college degree. It takes time. It's not going to be overnight. And the same thing is going to happen with someone who has a disability. And then you just have to make sure that you can show that you can do a job well, and you have the ability to uh, meet their expectations. So that's basically it. Does anyone have any questions? I'll just use this little time I'm giving you to put in any questions. Just to mention that I'm going to be putting either if you're interested, that's going to be where I'm going to look at answering, trying to add more value from what I'm doing. That's going to be in the comments. Have my own post asking you what you want for the future, but I'm going to also put that Patreon thing. So if you want to support me and what I'm doing with this channel, then you can do that. And yeah, so I don't see any questions. And thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great day.